Dedicate. This one right here goes out to my homie with the drink. Nah, I mean, He said, I write what I see, right to make it right, don't like what I be. I'd like to make it like the sights on TV. Quite the great life, so nice and easy. See, now you can still die from that, but it's better than not being alive from straps. Agreed, a meat notebook and a big that click when it's pushed and a whack beat. That's a track that's weak that he got last week, cause everybody in the stew was like that's that heat. A bass heavy medley with a sample from the 70s with a screwed up hook that went
stack that cheese,
something,
stack that cheese,
mother, sister, cousin,
stack that cheese,
he couldn't think of nothing,
stack that cheese.
He turns down the beat, writer's block impedes. Crying from the next room, a baby in need of some pampers and some food and a place to sleep. That plus a black Cadillac on D's is what keep him on track to be a great MC.
One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop, you saved me. One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop, you saved my life.
Reps north side, so he rocks them braids. 1,100 friends on his MySpace page. Stack that cheese, got 700 plays. Producer made him take it down, said he had to pay. Open mic champ 2 weeks in a row. XD boy with a B-boy flow. Glow like Leroy, you should see boy go. Got a daddy serving life and a brother on the road. Best homie in the grave, tatted up while in the cage. Minute Maid got his mama working like a slave. Down baby mama who he really had to honor, cause she was his biggest fan. Even let him use a Honda to drive up to Dallas with to open up for amateurs. Let him keep a debit card so he could put gas in it. Told her when he get on he gon' take her to the gallery or buy everything but the mannequins. You dig.
One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop just saved me. One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop just saved my life.
His man Cole said your time might be now. They played your freestyle over Wipe Me Down. They played it 2 times, said it might be crowned as the best thing out the H-Town in a while. He picked up his son with a great big smile, rapped every single word to the newborn child. Then he put him down and went back to the kitchen and put on another beat and got back to the mission to get his mama out the hood, put her somewhere in the woods, keep his lady looking good, have her rolling like she should, show his homies it's a way other than that flipping yay. Bail his homie out of jail, put a lawyer on his case, throw a concert for the school, show the shoulders that it's cool, throw some candy on the cat and chuck the deuce and act a fool. Man, it feels good when it happens like that. 2 days from going back to yes sir.
One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop just saved me. One you never heard of, I push it harder for the rhyme. I feel like murder, but hip-hop just saved
walk 2000. You got the walk 2000. I don't think so. The thing about life is it's gonna have ups and downs. Nothing you could do about that. But on the upside, we just trying to keep it up. You win some, you learn some. It's no losses. Yeah. Trying to elevate, I just take the ups with the downs. If it escalate, my order gon' uppity down. Make them levitate, lift them up off the ground. I'm a heavyweight, I've been trying to uplift the town. You ain't say that, oh now we got puppets around. I don't play that, the homie can't make up with no clown. Just the upside, everything is up with me now. Down ass bitch, I gotta act uppity now. Ain't no getting back with me when I'm up and she down. And I just lost a parlay off a couple rebounds. Thought y'all was happy for me. What's up with these frowns? I'm big fish. Y'all mad y'all can't guppy me now? Stay hungry, never thirsty. My cup with me now. See me drop a bag, I'm a cup of tea now. Moving on up, Jefferson's Upper East now. Could've up the middle finger, but I up the piece now. Yeah, dude says like Breezy and Tiger. Hoes ain't loyal, featuring Weezy and Tiger. Swing through clubs, yeah that gets easy for Tiger. Drip too hard, I don't make it easy for biters. They think when you getting paper, it gets easy as whiter. But I never force it, the reason is Geiger. Hey, they gon' come for you when they can't come for you. I got comfortable seeing them uncomfortable. I got local niggas tryna locate ya. She not up in Kroger, she in Croatia. You thoughts get around, yeah they rotate ya. You not wife material with whole nature. And I don't know who need to hear that. The shoe fits, wear that. Cause I'ma leave you weirdos right where you get weird at. Chick foreign like I met her out here. She like that Drake album sound way better out here. I know. Trust me, I know. I'm just saying it's a different vibe when you on the other side with it. The upside. When you vibing in Croatia and Amsterdam and you know, you in Europe with it, like it's a vibe. I get it. You on I get it. You're not there yet. Hey, what that boy say? I took big steps to get here. My euro is different. Tough.
All right, what's the deal, gang? What's up? How's everybody doing? What's going on, everybody? See all of you back here. $40 yearly open price. Interesting. Okay. All right. Daily, massive rally today. Massive. Biggest daily candle we've seen in a long time. Over 2,000 pips. 2,100 pips for the daily candle. That closed. 4-hour closed bearish, and we closed bearish at a resistance here. At the level here to the left. The 4-hour closed actually above it. 1 hour respected it. And that's a support of sorts. If we can bring this down. We've tapped it. We just need some closures above here. So if we start closing above here, I will look for buys. If we have some targets here. These are levels up here just for reference, so we don't have to keep looking back. We know what we're looking for. 30, 15. 15 looking like a fucking 1 minute at the moment, or 5. Funky celery play here. Probably use a lot of people as liquidity there at 6 and retesting highs. So we did form a range, right? We have a 15-30 range here. It's very clean. It's over almost 200 pips, 170 pips. We're gonna look to either close above, continue up here. There's a lot of room. A lot. There's over 200 pips to continue on that push up. Now, if anything, we're gonna look for a range to break out for sells below 4306.9. I was looking at this 1 hour buy, but hesitated due to the 4 hour being bearish. Would you have taken that trade? I would not have. I would not have taken it down here just because we need a correction, right? And if we're gonna correct, where would it come from? So let's look back. See this level 43.23. We've tapped it. Now let's look at the 4 hour. Tapped it, closed down here, and look at this 4 hour wick right here, right where we wicked into. What the hell did it do last night? It wicked in there, and that correction came down to, that was all one candle, 42.54. One candle did that. It tapped 43.28 and came down for 700 pips right off that wick. Yeah, so I'm looking for more structure above that wick, right? Do you see it to the left? That's a 4 hour. On the hourly, that's a level. Right? That was right there, and we wicked right into it. 43.25.7, right? Let's mark it up. And you see, I just had it marked up. You wicked right into that level and rejected. So I would rather start closing above here and then look for more positions than off a level that wrote us down for 700 pips, right? Because after that, it came up, and look at this. It just blasted through here. Sorry, it's kind of small looking, but we got to go really far back here. Look at this. This is the hourly candle. Even the hourly, man, it's like, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Lost a month of progress last night. Lock in and get that back. We move forward. Don't even think about getting it back. Just move forward. It was a lesson. You paid a month worth of salary for a lesson. Just an expensive lesson, but maybe it's a lesson you needed, so maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe it was I'm thankful for every one of my losses, because man, that's the reason I improve and the strategy got better, and we've gotten better as traders. Without those losses, I would not be as good as I am today. You got to look at it this way. Losses force you to learn, right? And your wins are a validation of those lessons that you have learned. Those future wins are not coming without today's loss. It's not going to happen. You trade cycle, yeah. I mean, you just keep trading. There's gonna be plenty of losses. You can't look at it day to day, right? It's not a bad day or a bad week or a bad life. Like say, it's just you had an off trade. Probably you probably won't remember by the next time you're drinking coffee. Stop living in the past and invest in your future by taking care of the present. You don't call yourself wise words from a wise man. I'm just giving my opinion, man. I mean, I'm just a random guy on YouTube giving my opinion, but I do care in terms of, like, if we're already sharing, if you put yourself out there, right, on social media, if you put yourself out here in the chats, that takes some courage. There's people in here that have been quiet for years and not say a word, right? Because it takes some courage to talk about yourself in the chat. Like, you're not even like calling out somebody else. You're like, hey, everybody, look at me. I lost. But like, that's accountability. It's not really look at me. It's like, man, who else are you going to share it with? You're going to call your boys that don't know anything about trading or know nothing about Tomorrow you'll be like, man, I just lost a month worth of profits. And them boys just spent a month worth of profits on fucking Faith and Destiny at the strip club last night. And they're not down. They're happy. So they're not gonna understand you. Who's gonna understand you? People that can relate, right? So yeah. Sure, man. Like, I understand. Who the hell are you gonna vent to? But the fact that you are venting, you understand that now, like, it creates vulnerability where people can judge you, and it's also hard to do for people, but that creates accountability. And if you wanna improve, if you wanna get better, you have to be okay with the basic facts here that you will lose, and people will judge you. And you'll be that much better for it. You can't escape those things in life. You will take L's in life, and people will judge you based on those L's. But you got to remember this. I was just telling my girl that, right? I was talking to her yesterday. I was saying, like, hey, most people that are judging your trading are the ones that have to fucking ask their boss for a bathroom break. Like, really, you're gonna worry about those people? Oh yeah, can I get an extra 15 minutes at lunch, boss? Yeah. And some of you might be those people. I'm making fun of you. I'm making fun of you. I'm just saying that most people that, in my experience, that have really gone after me and my trading and trolled me, they're really honestly just, you know, they still have to call somebody to call in sick, you know, and provide a note. All right, there we go. We're breaking up here. We haven't had a closure yet, but I want some closures. I need structure below here. If we push, we push, but I mean, there's no impulse entries in this case. We're gonna need a pullback and a support and all that fun stuff. Eddie, why you so, don't look upset? Why are you so upset, bro? Eddie, Edward, what happened, bro? The fucking the Pilates classes are canceled. You're fucking upset. The bench press broke at the gym.
Nah,
Tell me, what's going on?
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, you looked a little down. It was like he's like looking at his buys and he's like, man. Whoever broke that fucking bench in the gym,
yo,
I'm gonna go after. Eddie over there, like looking at his tries, going, "Damn, PW, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, PW."
I rewatched that part.
That was hilarious.
I walked in on that part.
Huh?
Walked in on that part. I thought he was shouting Eddie out. At first, I was like,
He should
nice.
be shouting me out.
Oh man. He hates criticism or anybody calling him
The
out.
funniest part was when I called him a scammer. He goes, "Chat, what do you want me to do? Just not trade?" Instead of denying it, he goes, "What do you guys want me to do? Just not trade?"
You know, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, I trade live account, but prop firms give such an edge, like not an edge, but it's like a gambler's world. You know, you could just blow an account and buy a new one. And live account,
It's just a
exposes
different game at the trading casino. There's many different games here, right? There's prop firms, there's swing trading, there's options. There's just many different variations of different games at the casino. It's up to you where you want to play and where you can build an edge, right? Some people have a really strong prop firm edge. Some people have a really strong live account edge, right? So some people have a really strong hedging edge because they're investing, you know. the market. Some people have a
But
really big edge in Bitcoin and crypto. They get in, they go to the, the conferences and all that, and they talk to the insiders.
But my question is, what about if the prop firms actually go away? If they do, if they ever do, and then you have to.
It would suck.
Your own account.
It would suck. It would suck because
so
the fact that prop firms are here, that means the industry's growing. It's more widely accepted. It brings more traders into the industry. Whether it's the MLM side, whether it was ICT and social media, or whether it was Traders Domain and that big explosion, whether it was funding companies and a whole bunch of them going out of business, or like whatever it is, the more news, the more it's publicized, the better. It brings more people into the industry. And man, COVID brought so many people into trading. So many people started trading because they had to stay at home, and they were just like, man, I got this free time at home, I'm gonna start trading. And like all of that, I think, is good for the industry. It makes it more mainstream, and I'm happy for that. I'd want this to be a bigger industry. I'd want this to be like on a level of like professional, like athletes and stuff like that, just mainstream.
Yeah, because the thing is, what I'm saying is, like, when I used to do the prop firms and stuff, I used to trade at Lucid, and I'm seeing some Lucid stuff is they're already having issues. Like people are saying they're not getting paid out, and they're already doing some.
Thank you for telling me that. I was about to try them out.
So I'm not sure.
That's why you really want to be using a prop firm that's tried, true, tested, and the owners, they're public, and like that's why I don't have a problem recommending Top One. Like I've gone on vacations with, like I know the guys. I mean, they're very, very successful outside of running this firm. They're like they're very well known. Like for example, Matt Morris is a keynote speaker for many companies. You could just go to his Instagram. He does keynote addresses, and he's one of the owners. And like we hung out for a while, and it's just any kind of failure here would severely impact their other businesses because they're public people. So there is ways to run these things properly. Look at the guys from 8cap, right? The Australia guys. They have a huge operation running. There's just, if you're in business to be in business, you'll do right by people, right? You'll do right by your investors first, but you'll do right by your customers. How can you tell? Like the amount of offerings a company will give you, right, will usually tell you that. Not like, we'll give you a free account if you sign up. Like, but if a company's providing you with like 10 different platforms to trade on, they're licensing them, right? They're spending money. They're spending money on licenses. That means they're spending money on your experience. They're looking out for you. Like usually, otherwise, like it wouldn't happen. You wouldn't see improvements in companies. You wouldn't see fast payouts. But it's all to grow the brand. The only way you grow a brand is by customer satisfaction, right? Because you're not satisfied, you never work with them again, you'll never go back to them. But this is like a repeat customer situation, right? They're not looking for new customers. Most companies just want the repeat customers over and over and over, and that means you got to do right by your customer within the confines of the activity or whatever you're doing of it, but the industry of the business, within the confines of the business. I really hated prop firms when they brought it, like when maybe like 5 years ago, when they were bringing it to you as you're trading in the real markets, live funds. This is like right. Nobody wanted to admit it was all demo. Like you're really trading in a simulated environment. It's all demo. They're not using their money. And once they started really coming clean about the behind the scenes operations, and being transparent, then it's like, well, you know everything now. Now it's up to you as a client to see, hey, if it's worth it for you or not. And you can't say it's a bad thing because there's so many people that came up off prop firms. A lot. I used to doubt it until like now I know personally a lot of people that have come up off prop firms. I've met them. I've seen it. I'm like, man, you are not getting paid this much by a prop firm right now. We don't hear you, Eddie. You're saying something. Oh, you're on the phone? I saw your lips moving. I was like, you fucking ventriloquist. What are you doing? You're making no noise. Howdy. Yep. Okay, Boogie rode in here with a fucking cowboy hat and a pony. Trade my own capital. Started from the ground up. Takes time and patience and wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with one or the other. There's something wrong with looking down on one or the other because it's just like it's preference, right? Some people go play baccarat, some people go play blackjack, some people stay in the room and order $2,000 hookers. And you know, it's everybody gambles in their own way, but you can't look down on it. I look down on things when it wasn't transparent and when like people were obviously getting screwed. But now people aren't getting screwed, they're screwing themselves. I bet you if losing a trade was like Russian roulette, there'd be a lot more winners. You guys would be a lot more careful about the fucking positions you choose. I think it's the ease of things, the ease of just clicking a mouse, right? Clicking a mouse button. It's just the ease of being or of having risk on the table, and all of a sudden the adrenaline rush and rooting for something is so easily accessible. People cannot manage that excitement, that fiend. And it takes a very stoic approach. Bought 33. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm not buying nothing until new structure forms. I want some new structure. I'm not going to go based off this chart. I see levels off of there, so I'm going to, if anything, stay out of positions, but not going to enter. Was it an hourly there? Let's look what you entered off of. I'm gonna wait for some new structure to print here, see if we can maybe establish a support at 25 or 23, and we'll push back up to retest whatever high we just made, right? Which would, if that happens on the next candle, so let's say this pulls back here, that leaves the 30 closing bullish. We got 12 minutes here till that close. 30 closes bullish above the range. The hourly will close bullish above the range, right? The next 15 brings us down to here. That's the hourly bottom wick. We'll look to get in somewhere there on, and the retest of the highs here, right? If we see a pullback, right? A lot of time here. So if we see this candle do something like this, the hourly closes above here, looking like this. 30 closes above here, right? Looking like this. And this is the 15. I just need that support, right? Which means you're going to need this. The next hourly starts doing this on that first 15. What happens here? Rebreak of the highs. You're filling the wick. you're retesting the highs on the 15, filling the wick on the 30. So the 15, the hourly to the left, the 30 to the right, they're all doing the same thing. They're all telling you the same story. Retesting the highs, filling the wick, held support, closed bullish above the range. Everything's on the same page, telling you the same thing, same story, same narrative. Made AK from gold this week. Yeah. Gold can pay for a lifetime, but it can be very unforgiving. So there's that. We haven't even started our session yet. It's not even 8 p.m. It's only 7 p.m. See what kind of candle the hourly gives us. It's a strong hourly candle, heavy push. As long as we close above here, I would imagine the next hourly to make a top wick at least, or to push up. So we're gonna look for a retest of 43.40 here. You feel me? It's a 150 pip pump, 160 pip pump, right? Damn, on that previous again. All right. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I made my first 10K. 8K. 10K. You guys are fucking killing it. Are you guys doing this on your own or from streams? Are you guys doing it with our strategy, or you just trade differently and chill here? Japan is the #1 holder of U.S. Treasury bonds and U.S. debt. They may be considering selling their bonds to protect the falling yen. I'm looking to get some UJ trades. Shit, gonna be good. You know, I like everything you said. And if I was an investor, I'd be like, And then you say, shit, finna be good, Eh. Yeah, man.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Wix Live. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Myself, W. I will tell you this, bro. You have proof of concept. Do not fucking change anything. The hardest thing is to not deviate and do what you're doing for a long time. People will get on track and have so much sauce that they eventually get lost in the sauce. I'm wherever volatility is. You want volatility? Go into your bedroom, call your girl fat. I want to see you survive the volatility. He said, I'm wherever volatility is. Yeah, Black and my proof of concept is the key thing. Once you got it, you got to understand, oh, that's what got me here. This is what's going to keep me moving forward. This is the part I now build and optimize. Right? It's like Facebook ads, right? If you're running creatives, you're going to do a bunch of creatives and you're going to have a really wide base and see what works. But once you figure out what works, you have proof of concept, and now you get rid of everything else and you put all that energy and money into the creatives that work to maximize their output. Right? So it's the same thing here. You figured out what works. Now you got to put all your energy and your studying and your improvements into that. He said, I know, motherfucker. I didn't ask for advice. I just wanted to show up. Yeah, we got, oh shit, 4:20 on the clock here before the candle closes. You know what that means? You know what that means, Eddie? Go back, see if we can find a support. Yeah, in the last minute, bruh? Really? So, Benny? Are you window shopping for bullies? Did you take salary plan to 15? No, we're so overextended. No, I'd want it back. I wanted to hit a support. I don't think we've hit a support that I like yet. 27 to 25 is where I want to get back to. No, if it just keeps riding up, I'm gonna let it go. Look at this hourly though. Okay, this is the 1 hour closure. Yeah. You know, taking this 43.25. Yeah, man. Fucked. A lot of bearish momentum. Yeah, I didn't touch that at 43.25. Man, we can end up back in range. I want a fucking smaller time frame bullish close, which means I don't want this 15 to straight right back up here on the hourly. Right? I want a 15 closure down here and then right back up. Tell me that we're not going to push heavy back down in range and start correcting here. Yeah, there's no pancake here for me. If you guys took it, it's roughly a 50 pip stop break at a previous candle, but well, let's see what the 5 does. Huh. Interesting. Held that. Yeah, that was an hourly closure too. Get this 15 to close here. See what it does. Be patient with this. Okay, we're back up above here. Get a small dip into it. And okay, I'm going to take a market buy here. A bit late on my live, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it at the rebreak of current. Oh, why are we stuck? Hello? I don't know why we're stuck, but I'm in here. Five closed, respecting. Closed above this area. I would expect this 5 to make a top wick. Bought 24. Yeah, I wanted it a bit lower, but it tapped this area, came up, and then it came down, tapped the white line before pumping back up. So I wanted it right back at the white line. I got in a bit late, like 30 pips late, but there's so much potential to push up. You know, my stops will be probably back in range, but first we want closures, and I think we have a chance to retest these highs on the hourly here. Hold on. Yeah, give me 1 sec. That partial TP, I got rid of it, gang, because I had it at the wrong lot size. 32. So you'll see it right now. Limit. All right, stops to break even here. I'm up 30 pips. Stops to break even. Oh, there we go. We're up 45, 50. Come on. There we go. So 50 pips roughly collected. Move stops to break even. Sure. They'll stop. We're about 80 pips in profit here. I'm gonna push up. Don't come back on us. This is where we could come back from. We re-tapped a resistance, but it's very minor. It's a 5-minute resistance. The market's been moving at a 5-minute time frame, so make sure you have stops to break even. We don't want to re-break the lows. Secured 50 pips there, and we want to continue to push up here. Yeah, I got close. Put it 1 pip under. Oh, there we go. All right, came back to be. How much did we see? We saw 80 at most. I got a 50, and yep. So 50 pip W took us out at BE, and then watch it push back up. Hey, Drizzle, you're still alive, right? Because you had a better entry here at 24. It didn't come back there. Yeah, I wanted an entry here at 25. Very similar. If you guys remember, we spoke about this earlier in the week, or maybe this was last week. We spoke about this. No, I think this was earlier in the week. Remember, I said I want the price to break through, and this is just kind of what it does on a smaller time frame. So it kind of did that on a 1 minute. Or it broke through. It came back up here, and if you watch the candle vibrate and print, it got stuck here, broke through, held, came back up, stayed here for a little, and then retapped this area and held. Didn't go any lower. And once it did that, that's where I wanted to get in. And that split second, it pumped right back up. This is happening at a really fast pace if you're watching the candle, and that's the reason we got in there. Took full at 35. Oh, okay. Nice job. Nice job. Great trade, everybody. Win number 701. Double U.
Wow, I feel good. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Sir. I have my full TP at flip, create that top wick on 1 hour. Good, I secured 70 at 80 pips. Yeah, 70%. I was looking at this area right here. Right here. This is where I had my partials. Previous range, right? Make a wick into there. Possibility it rejects, comes back down a bit higher. Didn't exactly flip. And it's moving so fast. I dropped down to time for because like the 5 will give you the range that the 15 and the 30 don't because they're printing too quick. Maybe there will be another trade if it drops lower on the 15. And on the 15, there won't be structure. I mean, we don't mind it dropping. It just, if we're going to look for sells, we're going to look for range 2 breakouts. But personally, I would rather wait. We can get a support printed here on the next 15. And that takes us back up. Right, if this is the next 15, like candle, we need that body tap, and then we're heading back up. So there's plenty of, even if it breaks the lows here now and comes down, right, we have the opportunity to, oh, people at the Zoom door, my bad. Even, right, if it breaks down right now, we have the opportunity to look for fake outs, right? We want price breaking ranges and levels. And that, but we also want it to show respect of those levels when it returns there. So we might see this, right? We'll have fake out on the 15, 30 close above. The hourly making a bottom wick to push up. Once again, telling you the same story, same narrative, different time frames. Gotta wait. So the 15 closed here. Now you want this 15 to push down. Maybe it fakes out and we get what we're looking for, not on the 15, but on a 30 or an hourly in terms of fake outs. And then we get the W in terms of buys. But you're already winners here today, so. Yeah, that's some new shit. You guys seen this? Sugarcane. You were thinking about an aggressive buy down below. At least you're looking for a buy. You said I was thinking of an aggressive sell. Just grab a fucking ping pong paddle, strap it to a rope, go in a dark room and just start swinging the fucking thing. Yeah, and sometimes you will get hit with the blunt end. That'll make you aggressive. It'll make you aggressive, my friend. Very, very bad. Yeah, the hourly might run over here with no wick. What we doing? Give me a support. Got 13 minutes to this 30 closes, and we will wait for this 30 to close. This is very early in the session. I mean, today the early bird got the worm. Very early in the session. $30 makes sense. The hourly makes sense. The 15, my friend. Even the 4 hour over here with the celery plays. Thing's loading up right now. What's the reason for this aggressive sell in our setup? We don't have an aggressive sell. We just took a W on a buy. We didn't sell. We bought. Love when gold is trending. Super clean moves with volume, but gold can be diabolical and go ape shit with no wick entries. Yeah, when it's trending, you don't need bottom wick. Just look at these pushes. No real wind up. And every time you get a wind up, this shit just comes back. Good night, guys. Power and big love. W. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's up, Daniel? With the appearance. Yeah, Omar, there's no sells there. Told you, if we're gonna look for sells, they will be based on range 2 breakouts. So we would have to form a range below the range that we're in and then break out of that. Right, so if we're looking, we have range 1 right now, we have range 2. So a sell if this candle drives down be below here. The ideal thing to do though, get that closure below here. This is a range 1 breakout. You're breaking out from range 1 into range 2. Range 2 breakout, you'd have to form a range here, right? So we form a range. Below there, right? 1. Now this little area is your range 2. And you're looking for a breakout below there. If we can do that, that tells us that we've respected, that we formed a support below here. We've respected this area as resistance instead of bouncing off of it and coming up. And if this is a resistance and we've held support, now we're driving off that resistance to break support. We're going to head down to the next support. Not because I made it up, but because probabilities dictate. That's what happens. We're in the probabilities business, right? McDonald's is in the real estate business. We're in the probabilities business.
Speak for
Oh,
yourself.
I don't hear
I'm
you,
a
Eddie. Hold
gambler.
on. For some reason, my headphones is going. Okay, now I do. What happened? What'd you say?
I said, speak for yourself. I'm a gambler. I flip a coin.
Is it at least
Take
a gold
couple deep
coin?
breaths, and I flip a coin.
Is it at least a gold coin?
It's a silver coin. Close enough.
Yeah, then it hits you back. I only lose once every 4 to 6 months. When I do, I lose everything. It's so frustrating. Yeah. Frustrating. The break-even stage for a lot of people. Win, they lose.
You would probably do very well in prop firms. That months of winning would result in a lot of payouts before you blow some
Yeah,
accounts.
before you blow an account. Question was in the clubhouse just signals. Do we have sessions where you teach how to trade? What's your mindset before getting on? How you deal with emotions? Oh man, that is a struggle that we all go through. I deal with them by not bringing them here. They have no place here. You think everything's peachy and dandy? I'm a human being. I deal with life too. I got problems, issues, things that come at me, and but you're seeing the highlight reel, right? And then you're sitting there comparing it to your own life when you see all the behind the scenes of your life, and then you're looking online, you're looking at the highlight reels of other people's lives. It's the apples and oranges compared to different things. There's a signal channel. There's chats. There's a private stream that are on every Sunday. Sometimes I do private streams for the gang, like Power Hour. Rare, but I do extra streams once in a while. And you always have, you always have a connection with me. So if you want to pick my brain, you know what I mean? I'm open to it. You can go into our Discord. You can DM me. There's plenty of people that have reached out to me through the DMs, and like they don't reach out like, hey, Wix, like, what's up, or can I get this, or they're like, yeah, I'm going through this. How would you deal with it, or have you dealt with stuff like that? Any advice? And like, yeah, I don't ignore that. I respond to these people. I still have conversations going on for like 2 months nonstop. Yeah, for 4 years I haven't moved past this break even, slightly losing state. I feel like I've learned many lessons, but it's still not enough for me to fully understand. You got to get rid of the losses. You've learned how to win. Now you got to learn how not to lose. Right? Before you were losing only, then you learned how to win, and then you're like, fuck, now I got this, I can win. But you haven't unlearned the losses. And usually those losses come because of your lack of patience. It's your mindset, and like people are like, oh, you get your mind right. But like, are you sitting there and then you're like feeding for a position? No, get your mind right in terms of like, that's not your position. Stop even looking at it. Like stop letting it tickle your brain. It's just noise. If it's not exactly what you're looking for, it's like, oh man, I'm on here 2 hours, 3 hours now. Okay, I'm gonna place a trade right here. Okay, this looks good. No, it doesn't look good. Is it what you're looking for? That's like you're going to a club and you have a wife. You're like, well, she looks good, I'm gonna get with her. No, bro, is it yours? Just because it looked good, don't make it yours. Is it your position? No. Plenty of girls at strip club that look good, right? They're not yours. You got to deal with your positions. You got to deal with your woman. You put and the thing is, you put all your energy into that, and that's what's going to blossom. right? Would you? I mean, it's your mindset.
She's never yours. It's just your turn.
Fucking Copernicus or whatever it is. Plato. To be honest, what helps me the most is restarting the way I learned to trade. I turn to stream and think of it as if I'm coming for the very first time. Energy here is here, and your way of being explaining things, so it's giving me the motivation, keep me understanding everything. Yeah, I have a knack for explanations. Yeah. I got so many analogies, bro. I don't know where I come up with them. Our Gen Z dating is different. Now it's all messed up. But I wasn't talking about dating. I was just saying, like, you know, like, the things that are going to blossom are the things you put your effort into. Why are you putting effort into something that looks good but not your position? Wait for your position, take advantage of it, and that's what's going to blossom. That's going to prosper. Because then when you're wrong in your position, you get a chance to optimize it. If you're wrong in a position you got no business being in, just, oh, look good for a second. But what are you going to do? How are you going to learn off of it? It's not a lesson. You've just got scammed. You didn't learn a lesson and you lost money. You got scammed. Like, you didn't even pay for school. Don't take sell at 11:10 a.m. What? What do you mean don't take sell? Hey. I think he's sitting there with a fucking vibrator on his head going, don't take spell at 11 in the morning. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Why would I do that? Don't. Don't. Oh, down vote. Oh. So you meant like don't take a sell at 11. To look at 11 and be like, man, what time was 11? Wants to put water where antifreeze goes. That was fucked up. I don't know, like, what do you want me to say? Like, yeah, there's plenty of people that took sells, plenty of people that took buys. Also, there's the flip. No bottom wick there on the 15. We've kind of been seeing that. Right? It hasn't really, the 15's been acting like a 1 minute candle here with the 31 hour. See? Really talking a big game here. It's quiet in here today. It's not even 100 people in here. Do people dip because we took a dub, or have people not shown up yet?
Dude, they hop from stream to stream.
You only go off the 15 for watching it? I go off all the time frames, and like things have to make sense all around. What'd you say?
Now, when you got the dub, people were like, "Oh, time to go on to the next stream to see if the next streamer caught something."
That was so quick. I was taking a nap for 5 minutes and boom.
How are you supposed to be a full-time trader if you're gonna be hopping from one to another?
That's how you make
Full-time
yourself
hopper.
go crazy. Because then you see one guy spamming positions every 30 seconds, and then you see another guy taking one position every 3 hours, and they're both making money, and then you're like, wait, what? This one contradicts this one, and that's when you start coming in here saying, yo, why haven't you taken a trade yet? Brother.
Yeah, word. Take it easy. I gotta spend some time here. Affiliates pay for this.
It's like the liberals.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, dude, it's
Where's Jay when you need him for a conversation?
a lot of people want to be spoon-fed, and when you're actually good and you actually kind of do spoon-feed a little bit, they'll be like, all right, on to the next spoon-feeder. If you're strategic enough, just hopping around from stream to stream, you probably make some money. Which is what happened to me at first, and I thought I was a trader making money copying signals, and then Don got off, and you weren't really doing signals at the time, just kind of streaming, and I was like, fuck, now I gotta do this myself.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't even want to get their bundle, so that tells me everything, how serious they are about all this stuff, you know?
Especially with a free account, I'm like, wow, dude.
Dude, I paid for Don's signals for a lifetime. And I did that without ever taking a single... I've never opened that page. If we can go back to that Discord, there's probably... That page will probably show like every single... The amount of signals he's ever sent, because... I got it like probably the first year he dropped it. The only reason I got it was because he blocked me on YouTube. And he blocked me on all socials. So... The only way I could talk to him, I just needed to pick his brain. And I got the lifetime membership, and I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I bought the lifetime and I'm blocked everywhere. He's like, hold on, I'm gonna unblock you. I thought you were a troll. And then we started talking, and like, that's how I picked his brain. Like, so like, even, man, you don't want to, you get access, bro. And people pay heavy for access. You don't need to pay. You just got to find the right people, because a lot of the right access, people are willing to share information. Most people are willing to share information.
Dude, I literally share my positions, my analysis, everything, my payouts, how I request and everything with my friends, and they don't even look at it. They ignore my messages. And then they'll reply when I talk about gambling or weed or something.
I have 3 accounts, 50K, one for Nick, second for Wix, third for Don. Which one is performing the best right now?
Wait, where's your account, brother? Get a 4th one.
This guide. Right now, we're chopping it up, man. 15. Creating a little range here, right? There's a resistance here. I probably would not take the celery into there. I would wait to break out of this range now. Yeah, I want to come back down into that previous range, or come back up close above here. Yeah, the only type of friends I got that care about what I do are like, hey, can I just give you money? Like, what? No.
I did that at one for a little while.
No, you cannot. You can. I'll send you a link. Go sign up. Do what everybody does. Don't tell me even how much you're putting in there, because my boy will be like, hey, I'm just gonna put like 3 million in there and just I'm like, no, you're not. See, I'm not even gonna let you. I'm gonna ban you for because you told. I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't want to know how much. I don't know what. You go trade on your own. You get the access to the signals. Trade on your own.
Yeah, dude, it's the second you go into drawdown, they're texting you.
I don't want to know it. I don't want to think it, just so they can't have that access to me. Like, hey, you know how much money I got? I don't care. I don't know. Why didn't you tell me to full margin this? Like, cause like, oh, we're up 200 pips. Is like, why are you closing here? I'm sorry if you're watching right now. All right, 30 close bears, right? We got a little celery play happening. Not really a bottom wick, but gold's been rallying without that bottom wick. The hourly's got one. It's pushing. We got a level here, 43, 47. See what it does. No positions here at the moment. And that's why about that I've been following both a long time. The cake is big for everybody, but I see it. You're making more trades than them, but both are making good knowledge. Yeah, it's not about trades. It's really like how much can it's forget me. It's how what you can get out of it. When I trade, you don't make nothing out of it, right? But when you're here, you learn. So yeah, it's not about. There's no competition. I told you. I say this all the time. There's no competition between any of the traders, right? The only hustle, the only grind is against poverty. That's it. Your only competition here. We hit 31.2. That's the third time we hit it. We've hit it and went backwards, and then we hit it again. Huh? Now we hit it again. Hey, gang, please drop a like and sub to the channel, please. The least I can ask for, right? We show up here on a daily. We got give out free knowledge. People are making money, paying rents, buying cars. The stimmies are out almost on a nightly basis, right? The Wix 9 stimulus checks go out every day. Least we ask for is a like and a sub and a share of the stream. Your job here is to take advantage of whatever bad news, good news the world throws your way. Volatility here. Your job in life is to get yourself and your family as far away from poverty as possible. Really grind so hard that it would be almost impossible for you to lose it. You got to make enough where losing it all would take a lot of hard work. That's your goal, right? Got just constant growth over goals. Look at this. It actually it played out. What did it take us out by? Oh, it took us out by 50 pips and came back up. We're fucking 200 from our entry. This rally ain't stopping. Yo, why didn't I leave a runner yesterday night? Why didn't I just take this position here when I called it? Yo, we're gonna see a rally. Fucking 3,000 pips later. $6K by December. Hey man, I'm gonna get me a gold toilet like Trump. You ever shit on gold? Be in the bathroom calling call my friends into the bathroom when they come over. Be like, yo, check that shit out. You get a gold plunger. That shit on you. Hey, man. I want everything gold. You could ask me, how'd you get this? And I'd be like, from gold. Should have held your position to 43.30. Bro, I went B at 80 pips. And it came back down, those 80 pips. It came down actually for 130 pips and then went back up. At that point, it was no longer my position. I held my position to the point where it's still my position. Once this candle pulled up and came back here, and this 5 decided, right here, this 5 decided to re-break lows with that seller play. Now that is no longer my trade. So I held it for as long as it was my trade. After that, it's no longer my position. But yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? When did I took my position yesterday? In the evening. Wait, when? Somewhere here, we took buys, right? And I closed it right there. Wait, where the fuck is our position? Where's our trade? That's this morning. Right there. Right? What was the trade yesterday? 50 pips. I closed it because we closed no bottom wick. Bro, if I left that runner go for the next few hours, you know what I mean? Like, we got in at the very tip down here. We got in at the bottom of the wick here. Like today, we got right here. We got in at the bottom of the wick here. But there, you know, there's prints in the way. There's closures in the way. There's pullbacks in the way that just sometimes won't let you ride that up. Oh, hey, chat, give me 1 second. This is a banger. What? Gold's a ripper tonight. Yeah, gold's been rallying. You think it's going up because of the U.S.-Iran deal? So I think the initial spike was because it happened right as Trump was talking about bombing him back to the Stone Age, and so it might have been an initial catalyst. But I was just talking to somebody in Discord about it. It's just, you know, it could be a myriad of things, financial, geopolitical. Right. Like, I get it, right? I get you're looking for a reason. It's irrelevant, right? News can create the headlines, but price on the charts here still has to confirm it. Right? So we're not gonna, like, news can create the catalyst for the push. We're gonna need to see it printed on the charts here. We don't trade headlines, gang. Trade what prints. I mean, if buyers keep defending structure here, we'll keep taking buys, right? But we're gonna trade what prints. We're gonna let the charts speak. Not Trump. Not the Fed. Not Fox News or the MSNBC or the Clinton News Network. Doesn't matter what the LGBT HDTV people want. None of that matters. I'm gonna see it reflected on the charts. Missing the old playlist. There's been so many playlists here throughout the years, man. Because you're still in there, right? With the longs. Got a really good entry. 30 pips before me. That never came. Oh, no, it actually came back to your BE. I don't know if you went. Yeah, it retapped it over there. $335. Oh, you closed before it came down. Very nice. Coach. Was a lovely setup last night in Asia. Did you get in? Yes. We had some buys last night. It was the only one you always play at the end of streams, but it's all right. There are many, my friend. You're probably talking about the Harris Heller one. Yeah, he went commercial. Too big for us. Copywritten now. Sold out. Harris Heller sold out. How does it always tap our levels on the dot? Sell or buy? All other YouTubers chose buy or sell. Are you trying to force my hand here? Yeah. Dude, hold on. Let me Tell you where to rewind. Rewind the stream to like 8:08, 8:10, around 8:10, or like 8:08. And you'll see the position we had earlier, and it's on the screen. Every trade we take, every single one in that record over there, the 701 wins, the 117 losses, 221 break-evens. Every single one has been done on stream, shown on stream. Otherwise, we wouldn't count it as a stream record. Because how would you know unless you see it in front of you on stream? So go to 8:08, I think is where we start taking partials. So around 8:06, 8:07. See top right, you have live. It says 8:54, but if you go to 8:06, 8:07, we're in position. You'll see what it looks like on screen. See what happens when we discuss it, we talk about it, and then I'm taking a position right here, taking a buy right here, get in it. It's open in front of you on screen. Signal channel gets that signal at that same very moment, or at that very same moment. Hold on live. Can't fake a live stream, bro. Just because we're not in a position, we're not other YouTubers that take, like Eddie said, 300 positions a stream. Wait, this is live? Wait, we getting paid for this? Remember, we're the Millers. How much you making? How much you tell you gonna make? 100,000. How much you tell you gonna make? 50,000. What? How much you tell you gonna make? 25. Wait, you guys are getting paid for this? That's a great movie. I love that movie. Hey, please drop a like, sub to the channel. The stimulus checks are out tonight. It should be hitting your account shortly, right? The Wix 9 stimulus checks. Check your mailbox there. They've gone out. Yeah, the 50 pip voucher. I guess you guys got scammed today again. Yep. You got scammed yesterday for 150 pips or 120 pips total, right? Today you got scammed for 50. Damn, you guys have been getting nothing but scammed. All these pips. Can you look at the 6-month and the 3-month time frame?
How about new?
Monthly is as high as I go. I'm in long from this afternoon, 42, 43.9. Why don't you tell us, bro? We could have joined you. 41. Damn. No, 43, that's last night. That was my trade. Except we were in longs from 41.38 and we closed at like 41.43. Give us some pancakes? Yeah, as long as they're not stacked. I don't like stacking pancakes. Why is the pineapple not called a pancake? That's what you do with pineapples. We're stacking positions. But what are you doing? You see what I mean? It's like driving on parkways and parking on driveways. Shit makes no sense. We're at the gym 10:05. Took the trade. Oh, 42.43. Oh, all right. 42.43. Price wasn't even there at that time. You got to be somewhere else, bro. We were in at 41. 38. I'm not questioning. I believe you might come. If you're still riding them up, man, you're a savage, bro. Great trade for you. Very good trade. Make sure you're securing profits along the way and that you have no risk on the table. Okay, we're opening up with a top wick first here on the last hour of this 4-hour. We've really rallied up here. The 4-hour might just continue that push. You have clean range here up to 43.90 areas. This clean candles. So I think we push through there. I think we create a range here at around 43.72 area. We can minor resistance. Eventually we should push through, but for us to take advantage of it and have an edge, we need a resistance formed here. Resistance is the first step to us creating structure, right? You had to break closure outside the range. We have volume, right? This is an indication of volume. We've closed outside the range we were at. The key is direction, which means we need to retest, right? We need and attempt to come back down. How does that happen? You'd probably have to form a resistance, small time frame, higher time frame, come back down to support, form a support, and then break that resistance while driving up off support. Can't trim because I only have one contract, bro. All right. How long you planning to ride it? Come up with a plan, maybe trail in profit. Maybe don't close at all. But the thing is, if you're in buys and if the market starts ranging, your profits are going to get eaten up by swap fees. $43.50-ish. You must be on a different chart. We're at $43.60 right now. So you're probably on spot gold. If we go to spot gold here, 43.02. Yeah, so you're looking at 43.50 areas. Okay. What is going on here? GCV October futures. Oh, the new hourly just opened, made a top wick. The area of interest here, 43.70. We can react that. That's about more than 80 pips from above the highs, around 80 pips from above the highs. Said ideally we pull back here, create a support. So maybe the next 30 pulls back, the following 30 creates a support, and then the next 4-hour candle we can look to push up. Or if we can push down here with this 1 hour and create a top wick on this 4-hour, the next 4-hour can start printing a bottom wick, right? So a pullback on this hourly, right, holds this area, and it also creates a top wick for the 4-hour, at which point the 4-hour, right, will look like this. Goes above. So the next 4-hour might see an hourly, might see a 30 come down here. Do this. Right. We get it. You can get that on a 30. You can get it to fake back out right here. Sorry, this is a 4-hour, but the 30, if it comes down here, I'm looking at it in terms of a fake out. So if we look at it like this, right, if we, easier for you guys to see, this hourly was able to do something like this. The next, this would close the 4-hour above here. The next hourly, which is the 4-hour opening, can do this. And do this. We can look for that bottom wick entry here. Do this, which means the 4-hour is now looking like this. And you got in right here on the bottom wick of the 4-hour to retest these highs. So the 15, the 30, the 1-hour will have to start falling in line, telling the same story. Right? Next 4-hour could print a couple of bearish candles. Even next hourly. Before we start filling that 4-hour wick up. Where's your join? It's right outside the door. The good thing is we're pulling back, which creates structure, and it creates range that we can utilize. But good thing you asked me about that jump. I guess I missed the 15. I'm gonna go take a couple pulls, be right back. But we will be running this while. I think we got that trade early. There's plenty of time and room for another position here. Stick around. Yeah.
Hey, Wix, I don't know if you're muted or not.
Yes, I am. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I was just discussing possible corrections here. Still plenty of room to go up, but this is the first time we're getting an engulfing candle, right? This 15, look at how heavy the bearish traffic is on this 15 compared to the previous one. We have not had that yet. We got 30. That held. 4. Yeah, still early. We need to make sure we're not continuing down. We're going to have to attempt to come back down here and get a support formed. Ideally, re-break the current hourly low. Right, a tap of 43.30, but a closure above 43.40. Be amazing. In the car. In the elbow rest. In the Mac. Oh no, it's in the caddy. Yeah. In what scenario do you look for counter trade for higher time frame targets get tapped? I spoke about it. Range 2 breakouts. Yeah, I spoke about range 2 breakouts earlier. I drew them out. If you rewind the stream a little bit, I literally spoke about which situation would I take a sell in. We went over this, like you just missed it a little bit earlier in the stream. And like, imagine I explain it right now a second time, and then 20 minutes from now, somebody new shows up like, hey man, in what scenario can you look for a counter trade? And then you're going to be like, man, I just asked that. And then somebody before you right now is like, man, we just went over this. Yeah, I don't mind explaining, but like, record it. Just there's no position yet. You have 13 minutes. We're waiting on this candle to close. Just rewind it a little bit. You'll see. We need a range 2 breakout. R2BO. Yeah, I don't know what gold's doing, but at this point, it looks like it's building another skyscraper for our skyline here. The Burj Gold Leafa. I saw that. Makes sense on R2 formation. I was wondering if there was a way you look for wick rejection entries. Yes, there are, but you gotta have. There's got to be other time frames falling in line, and it's got to be a recent level. We're breaking into a range where you might have a different bias on the higher time frame versus the smaller time frame, and you get smaller time frame closures that start hinting at reversals, and understanding the higher time frame is the other way, or you're forming a wick on the higher time frame to go in your direction. And smaller time frame, for example, are giving you no wick closes, and you have levels, historical levels that you're approaching, like when those things fall in line. But mostly it's range 2 breakouts. That's where I would take wick entries versus against structure, against the bias. The problem is, this is just a massive rally. Any kind of sell here is like trying to catch a falling knife. Like, no, let it fall and then pick it up. I know your emotions and your impulses and the fact that you're spending time here and the pressures from life make you want to press that button on the mouse, right? But clicking that button doesn't make you a trader. You're going to need to apply some of that mental clarity. Okay. Sabali. Patience. Do what Don does, record it and play it back when people ask. You know how much shit I got going on? I wish I could have an in-house producer during the entire thing, have a fucking, like a PW production going on. Man, the BDH is a great idea. Brilliant. When you got a whole production going on and there's a guy in here just that's his job, yeah, because he doesn't have to fucking trade. You know, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trading multiple terminals, running the stream, and you know, trading is hard enough. But streaming it, got to be some entertainment and value. I'm truly grateful, man, that I found your stream, bro. I've learned so much from your free sauce than I ever did in the past 1.5 years. Thank you. I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna share what I know. I can't take it with me. You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You don't see a U-Haul in a cemetery, right? You can't take shit with you. So impact the world. Leave as much as you can, right? So my job here, I'm gonna share what I know. It's up to you to utilize it in a way that's profitable or that makes sense for you. But there's nobody that will. I haven't seen people on YouTube go in depth into a topic when somebody asks them and they're not getting anything for it. They're just like, they truly enjoy like talking about it. I don't know. I don't just enjoy talking. I truly enjoy teaching it. Like I get my like, I get warm and fuzzy inside when I'm able to teach what I know. You know what I mean? I'm putting it in my will. U-Haul behind a hearse. I want that to be the first car. I'm taking all my shit. Just drop me and then everything else on top. That's funny. Putting in my U-Haul behind the hearse. All right, so it's decision time for the market, right? It's gonna pull down here. Anyone banking on this bottom wick here? We just rebroke that low. I'm gonna wait here because if we get this closure and we open with a top wick, I might have a sell limit here versus a buy limit here. But really, what we want is the closure here right now and the closure back above. The best thing we can have here is this closure here, right? Somewhere down here at this level, and then that. This closes the 4-hour above, this closes the hourly above, this closes the 30 above. This gives you the 15 fake out. Actually, that'll give you a 30 fake out as well. And your job will be take the break of the highs. To retest the highs. I think Jim Ron said that. Jim Ron. I'm not sure who that is. Gotta look. Jim Ron. Jim Ron. I've seen something. He looks familiar. I've seen something from him. No, that's definitely not where I got it from because when I've been saying it since like high school. So maybe like teachers I got it from him. You also trade in QWIX or just one pair? No, we've tried it, tested it, but like, no, we're back to gold. I got to take that out, but and Q people show up here. So, I mean, it's good for the algo, I guess. Jim Ron. So much wisdom. I mean, you live 80 years on this earth, you will be pretty wise. There's a reason you got through 80 years. Yeah, right? The reason you right? You either adapted to the hardships of life or you've treated yourself in a way where you can survive that long, right? And pick up a wealth of knowledge, or you never lived with a woman and like you haven't really experienced much. The motivation clip? Well, let's see. Let's wait. We're getting close. So you know what? It's a 3-minute clip. We got 4.5. We got 5 minutes left here. I can play it. This is a story about life.
about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
All right, that was fun. Kinda. Nice job, Jose. You've been fucking killing it. Jose, what's your story, bro? How did you show up here? How did you start trading? How did you end up trading? What's the deal with you in this community? I know you're a mod here, but never really got your full story. I know we spoke. But from what I see, at least from what you share, there's just massive progress. Great talk, bro. Oh. Usually found downstream. Drizza, the market wizard. Gang, we want a fake out here. We want that next candle to close above. Yeah, there's no sell limit here. If it would come, it would be off this level right here. But look at these closures. Like, I want to avoid this right there. Boom. Push up. And look at the... Yeah, just picked out here. See, we get a 15 closure here. I don't mind that either. I'd rather have it 30. I'd rather have the 30 actually have a bottom wick too. Get to 1 hour. Too soon for it to be our position. What's up with him? What's he doing? Okay, this is interesting. If we would come down, it would be right off of here. 43, 45. We start breaking highs here. I think we should hold. And down it goes. Right. I would not hold that. If you snipe the top of the wick right away, break even, let it come down or re-break your high. Thing is, you're so freaking bullish. Like I said, sells come tough in terms of, you know, having confidence in them without confirmations. Confirmations to be arranged to breakout, right? Yeah, we don't want this to ride all the way up. But we do want a closure back up above. Oh, my kids are screaming. Tips for passing a 50K eval. Don't approach it like an eval. You don't chase a payout. Chase A+ setups. Chase execution, right? Just make sure you're winning your trades. Chase the execution. Don't worry about payouts. Don't worry about being a eval, right? Trade it like it's your last shot. Low risk, A+ setups. You got to let the consistency do the heavy lifting, right? Not a different strategy, something you can apply, a different approach, mindset. No, just be consistent. Be more patient. You think it's your trade? Give it a candle. 2. Maybe your trade, a better one will show up. But don't even put in the wording, oh, like I'm trying to get, how do I pass a 50K eval? No, you got to just win the trade. So worry about what you actually have to do. Winning the trade, not getting a payout. Right? People are so desperate to get the finish line, right? You forget that everything you want is on the road to the finish line, right? Everything you enjoy, everything you picture the finish line to be, all of that comes from the road. Enjoy the journey. Because at some point you'll realize there's no finish line here, right? No diplomas, because their learning never stops, right? So don't focus on getting that payout. Focus on winning your next trade and being consistent. Right, it's going to be consistency that gets you there. It won't be chasing the payout. People have a thing. You guys treat these funded accounts like it's like, like it's nothing, like it's a gift, like it's a throwaway. I mean, like one funded account can be life changing. But like you got to treat it with some respect, with some value, because when you're just arbitrary with it and random with it, you're like, what are you doing? You're not serious. You don't really do this. You're not about it, and you're not committed to yourself. You're disrespecting yourself. Because you wouldn't let a homie just come through and be like, hey, let me take a random position. You're like, what the fuck? How disrespectful is that? It's my money. It's my livelihood. But you're okay with you doing that to yourself, huh? How's that okay? Hey, nobody can hurt me but me, all right? What? It's like it's your own money, yeah. It's your last chance. Don't treat it with a little bit of value. A funded account in the right person's hand can mean a life of, can can be a big change to your livelihood, right? It can be a life of wealth and prosperity, or in another person's hands, it can be trash. No, that's the habits that destroy you, because you then don't know how to start reeling, and it takes a mental and emotional toll, and that leads to more accounts blown. That leads to a weak mindset, right? That leads to breakdowns in positions and trades. All very common to everyone here. Right, like I said before, you show me a trader who tells you that they've never fucking lost it and had a complete mental breakdown during trading, and I'll show you somebody who I don't trust. Because they're either not trading or they're lying. Not trust that dude. Every single one of us, every single one of you, me included, every single one has had complete mental, emotional breakdowns. Like I said, if somebody tells you they trade and they haven't, either lying or they just have not, they don't have enough experience to have gone through that yet. And that makes them dangerous because they don't know the dangers. Makes them dangerous. They just think it's coming to them. And when that hits them, that realization, it's going to be heavy. And you don't want to be involved. So I say they're very dangerous to themselves, to their accounts. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you've had breakdowns, like whether it was public, whether you've had to go into the bathroom and cry for 2 hours to yourself. It doesn't matter. Like, right? If you've gone through that, then you know what's possible, what it can do, and then you're aware of it, right? And then you look out for it. Damn, Eddie. Crazy. This gets tough because we kind of filled our range, retested the high that we wanted to retest on the next 4-hour candle. Makes it a bit tough. Trading have taken me to the lowest of lows. I've never thought I would be able to recover. Really dark days. Yeah. Sit outside smoking a J saying, fuck, guess this ain't for me. And the next day I deposited more money. That's when I knew this was my passion. I love this shit. But how similar are these stories, like, for everyone? Right? Like I said before, it's an individualized activity. It's an individual sport, but the roller coaster of emotions that is experienced by the average trader is really what binds us all, because we all go through that roller coaster. So I can't relate to the trade you took, but I can relate to how you felt before, during, and after it. Those who can make it through those moments are the ones who persevere. But that's why I say you have to be content with vibing alone, because you actually get through those moments by yourself, right? And if you're not content with doing that, if you're not able to tune everything out, because solidarity provides true growth. If you have a hard time doing that, you're gonna have a hard time actually moving on, right? Having your trajectory improve. You have a hard time improving yourself. Most growth, most significant growth for people, and most improvement happens when people are able to find happiness within solidarity and within themselves, within being on their own, being their own source of happiness. Then you can see improvements in what you do. When you're not happy with yourself, if you're disgusted with yourself, you struggle, right? So don't do bad things to yourself. You're only hurting yourself by blowing up that account. Like, treat yourself with some respect. Trading showed me I was not mature enough in a lot of areas of my life and had to change and grow. That's why I said it doesn't, trading doesn't really, right, expose your trading, your strategy, right? It exposes you as a person, and shows you your weaknesses, and then you apply them here. You have no choice, right, but to apply them here if you want to succeed, and then you start applying it in every aspect of your life, because trading in a way mirrors life, just at a faster pace, the emotions you go through. But even if you had to quit and go back to working a job, you're not, like, this trading is still plan A. You're just taking a detour. It's going to take you longer to get there, right? The initial road was closed. You got to go around the block, but the destination stays the same. So plan B is really to do enough to get you to the destination of plan A. Right? So I don't have plan B, plan C. No, you have plan A. Well, sometimes there are detours. For 98% of you, there are detours. A straight road is going to be closed. I think having another job, doing something else on the side takes you away from trading. No, it actually keeps you on the road to profitability and being able to succeed. Not many people can master themselves, though. Yeah, but the people that go through this journey, decide to actually go through with this journey, tend to see much more improvement, right, through this activity in terms of their life skills than in any other activity, I think. Really tests who you are mentally, emotionally, and like this is a I guess a fast track to mastering yourself. Just to be very irrational and reactive. Well, you do that here, there's real life consequences. You don't eat tomorrow, right? And they're like, fuck, man. I'm not gonna react here because I need some food in my stomach. And you're like that with friends. They're like, damn, I can be irrational and react and get hyped with friends, but it won't matter because, you know, my quality of life won't change. I'm still gonna have food on, but you do that here and things can go south real quick. So, but once you start applying those concepts here and things do better, you're like, man, I apply this in life and things will do better there too. Just chopping it up. We got 9 minutes to the 4-hour candle closes, gang. Get a lit candle, it's gonna suck. Four-hour closing heavily bullish. 1 hour bullish. 30 minutes for now still above the most recent 30. 15, oh, we're right at it actually. 15's holding it, so we got 8 minutes. That's gonna decide if we're gonna look for more positions or we're gonna take this into the signal channel because it's gonna take too long to print. But like I said, like, you don't have to feel FOMO. You don't have to be anxious to trade it. Just you ain't paid for the last 2 hours. You got paid for the hour before that, right? You guys are already part of the top 2% of traders worldwide that are in profits today. Believe that. Because 98% of people that traded today are having a red day. Yeah.
American Express got a hitman looking for me.
So, like, and if you showed up late or if you're feeling for a position, like, you got to understand, just have some solace, have some, the difference between you and I, gang, is just, I have the comfort and the confidence and the experience knowing that the way we trade, our positions set up so often that, like I say all the time, we don't get it here, we'll get it here, we'll get it up here, we'll get it up there, get it down here. Like, there's never ending range. Never ending range. So you're not obligated to be in here, right? When if somebody picks a fight with you, right, and there's 10 of them and you're by yourself, and be like, and let's say your boys are 5 minutes away from getting there, you ain't gonna take on the battle by yourself. You're gonna wait. 5-on-1, 10-on-1 ain't fair. You know, don't matter what you know you're getting lit up. So why don't you wait an extra 5-10 minutes for your crew to pull up? Why wouldn't you wait an extra 5-10 minutes to be at an advantage point, right? To have the advantage, have a bigger army, and then attack, because the outcomes are different, right? And guess what? Like, history is written by the victors. And the only difference there would be just your timing would suck, right? Going down in history as a sucker because you didn't have 5 minutes of patience, 10 minutes of patience. Yeah, sometimes you got to attack from higher ground, right? You don't have to fight the battle here. You can be like, you know what? Let's do it later when I'm here and you're down there, because then I'll fuck you up. I'll win. Gold's over there baiting you into a fight. Come on, pussy. Like I said, remember what I said earlier, no one's going to force any hands here. We're going to do it on our terms. There's a lot of Japanese here today, but a lot of good value. We did a lot of breakdowns earlier. Positions, like everything. Streams have been incredible. Yeah, if we close here, we close like this, I'll call it a stream, call it a session. It's gonna take a few candles for us to set up, but I'll still be trading. I'll be trading through the evening, so probably maybe till for another hour and a half. So if I see something setting up, I'll definitely call it in the private community, and we'll take it with the bundle member. Anyway, gang, hey, join the community, get the bundle. Take all the positions we take off stream, right? Help yourself. So really, you gotta help yourself. No one else is gonna do it. And if you're getting funded accounts, Top 1 Futures, code WIX. All right, gang, go fund yourself. Go fund yourself. 55% off with code WIX, and if you bundle 5 accounts, 65% off. By far the best deal in the industry, and you could get instant funded accounts, so you don't got to take the challenge. Skip the challenge. You seen the guy doing a 50K eval? He could have just paid probably less with Top 1 Futures for the 50K instant than for the eval that he got with code WIX, right? And then, damn, skip the challenge. You would have already had your certificate. You just buy the certificate and then trade live. All right, so get your Top 1 Futures instant funded accounts. Use code WIX. And, yeah, and get the bundle, gang. I'm going to call it a session here. We're going to take this into the private community and into the Signal channel and into the clubhouse. If you guys have any comments, questions, let me know. If you want to reach out to me. Yeah, my door is always open, right? Only door on the block they could knock on. So just reach out to me. Join the community, become an active member, get the bundle, drop a like here, sub to the channel, and please share the stream. But the more active you are, right, the more opportunity for accountability, and that's what you want. It's not natural for you to want people to criticize you, but it leads to growth. Another incredible day of streaming. Absolutely, yeah. Great stream today, great stream yesterday. The entire week, every stream has been great. Actually the entire last 2-3 weeks, just nothing but value. A lot of great conversations, right? If you really want to catch up, just watch the last 2 weeks of streams. A lot of breakdown, and we go over the strategy. We go into the pancakes, really the nuances. Read between the lines. Hey, sometimes you just got to listen. You don't even need to read between the lines because I make it so clear and obvious. Okay? Clubhouse, gang. I'm going to see you in our Zoom, gang. I'll see you in the Clubhouse. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Chat. Love and wisdom to you all. As for me, my time here is up. And, hold on, I wanted to throw this in there.
Boom shakalaka! He's on fire!
Anyway, my time here is up, gang, and just like that, another Asian session. Show up tomorrow, but another Asian session tonight is in the books. Have a good night, everybody. Bring your A game tomorrow. Make sure your Top 1 Futures accounts are locked and loaded. Your contracts are signed. You're ready to trade. We're gonna tickle your pickle tomorrow with our trading and the gold rally. You're gonna enjoy it, man. We're gonna have a great end of the week, right? Don't worry. By the time Friday shows up, you'll also have that warm and fuzzy feeling inside. So keep showing up, keep being active, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta la pasta. Later.